Why don't rush love for nothing? Agitated illusion, only built for confusion.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. His throw is going to be incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll look to throw right away. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And a 49er first down.
Here we go.
Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete to number 85.
George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
3.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
27-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 27, Garoppolo. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go. 80 weapon. Bravo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And it's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A pickup of 2.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Josh
Lambo on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Extra score, Jaguars 14, 49ers 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll drop this down to Coleman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the...
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Minshew with a give to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
He's taken down by Chandler Jones. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down.
A gain of 15.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 80! Check, check, 27. 11.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
George Kittle.
So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these 2 clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
14-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kicker.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Leonard Fournette. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Complete to George Kittle.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun is Minshew. His throw incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It'll be Minshew again. To the left side here for Eifert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Fournette. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Garoppolo now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Formation for the 49ers.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Hey, high 7. Go. 56. Check 56. Get that quarterback.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
46-yard line.
Fournette on the counter. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He was taken down by Chandler Jones. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 82 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Warner in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Minshew. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
That's good.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
1st and 10.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position.
A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tart. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
By the 49ers.
Okay, partner, No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
Raheem Mostert. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
The kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
Score, Niners 21, Jaguars 17. Mitch Wishnowsky.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Coleman now to return. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. Still going. And he will score.
Touchdown, Jags.
It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 27, Garoppolo. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
5-yard line.
A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Leonard Fournette.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We own it. We own it. 56. Mike,
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
down. 90 Wolf. Hey, Charlie. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Jaguars take over.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The ball carrier.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
56 to Mock, boy. 56. Check 56.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again, it's Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun give to Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down, and
they'll go with a big bang Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They get this out left. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 31, 49ers 21. Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out in the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Coleman now. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Minshew sets to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Jaguars.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 56. Mike.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, the strength of Eifert. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
53 con, 132, 5 now.
He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And Eifert has it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
The 30-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
56, check 56. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
56. That's what I do. Hey, Haywood. 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew to the left side here for Eifert. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Out Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll go toss right with Coleman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But
and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Down. Today's final score, Jaguars.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jags, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.